Hey, yo, what's going on, y'all? So, you here with Joseph SD, and I want to chop it up with y'all real quick. I want to get into a little bit of what this design means to me, because everything that I do it with intentionality. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it with my heart, I'm doing it with my mind, I'm doing it with my soul. And I want to explain a little bit of what this design means to me so that other people can understand it a little bit more. And maybe it will resonate with you a little bit more. And you could feel even better wearing this thing, knowing what it is intended to mean, knowing the statement behind it, knowing the brand behind it, knowing the person behind it. Because at the end of the day, I'm just a person, just like you. You know what I'm saying? And so I know we've seen a lot of brands. I'm not gonna sit here and fake the funk like I'm the first person to drop some sort of design with a skull in it. I get it, right? But I want to talk about what this means to me, and hopefully this is something that'll be new to you, a fresh perspective. You know what I'm saying? And the message will resonate with you a little bit more. So if you don't know, if this is something you just came across, I have a brand. The brand is called Still Dreaming, right? And I have a statement behind that brand that pretty much sums up what it means to me. So I know sometimes people here still dreaming, and they connect it with this. Oh well, don't just dream. Work for it, and this, that, and the third. Whatever it may be, but it doesn't mean just that though. It doesn't mean that I'm just still dreaming. It doesn't mean you're just still dreaming. So as you can see here, there's a phrase here, and so on the back of it, you'll see it clearly. Right here, we got the skull sitting over it, right? So the phrase goes, still dreaming does not equate to the absence of action. It is merely a statement of the living, because the dead don't dream. And so right here, we see the skull, right? You see the water coming out the mouth, and we see roses that seem as though they're dying. I wanted this skull to symbolize a vase, and the flowers inside the skull are like what you would do. You would put flowers in a vase. But the skull can't hold the water. What is coming out of the mouth is I imagine that there's exits for that water to find. And we have the roses that are dying because there's no water in the skull, in the vase. And so I know we've heard the saying, the grass is greener on the other side, right? Well, I got this phrase that goes, the garden flourishes where you tend to it. It flourishes where you take care of it. And sometimes we might see other people that seem like they're prospering, or we might see other people that seem like as though they're flourishing. It looks more beautiful over there. Why can't it look like that here? And sometimes we're neglecting our own thing that God has placed in us. Because I believe that God has created each and every one of us with a purpose. He's intentionally weaved us together with abilities and gifts and talents and all these things that He's placed in us. And Him being the creator, we are His creation. It's a little bit ironic that we're able to create, right? That we have the ability to create. And so, the garden flourishes where you tend to it. Don't wait till you're dead to steward the thing that God has placed in you. Don't wait until you're dead to actually take those gifts and go multiply them. To actually take those gifts, take those talents, take those abilities and go be fruitful. Those things that God has placed in you, I don't believe that God has made us capable of so much. I don't believe that He's placed so much in us. This isn't the only thing I do. If you know me, you know I do multiple things. If you know me personally, you know I do things that I don't even promote. And I don't believe that God has made me able, God has made me capable of doing all these things just to be like, but you will never be able to utilize it. You will never be able to go be fruitful. You will never be able to multiply. You will never be able to prosper. And this isn't even just about monetarily. This isn't even just about nice houses and nice cars and the bank account being loaded. It's not just about that. Because I know if I'm speaking personally, I had to first prosper here. I had to be set free from a poverty mentality. That had to be broken off of my life, off of my bloodline. It started with my way of thinking. I had to be transformed. I had to be renewed and transformed by the renewing of my mind. And so this right here is still dreaming does not equate to the absence of action, because we still working. And we're still trying to steward the thing that God has made us able to do. We're still trying to steward all these things. We're still trying to answer to the call. We're still trying to walk in our purpose. We're still trying to walk in alignment. We're still trying to work and get to it. But one thing I will say is that hustle can't outwork grace. And there's some things that God has graced us to do. He's made us able to do. If we would just rise up in faith and go walk in it. He's made me able. He will make you able. It does not equate to the absence of action. It is merely a statement of the living, because the dead don't dream. And it's not just about what you do for you, but what are you doing for the people after you? For example, I have 3 kids. They're all boys. And I believe that something that God has graced me to do, that God has given me strength to do, that God has given me strategies to do, that God has given me ideas to do, all these things that He's made me able to do, I believe that He has made a way and is making a way for legacy, for something to be passed down, something new for my bloodline. And He wants to do something new for your bloodline. You don't have to finish life the way that you started life. For so long, I believed that I was meant to not have anything. And if I did have it, I would never be able to keep it. For so long, I believed that about my life. And it was a mentality that had to be broken. I had to be set free from that bondage. He didn't call me to be mediocre, to live a mediocre life. Because He says great things I will do. But that doesn't mean that I didn't have to learn to also be content in Him. To be content in Him. That no matter what season of life I'm in, no matter what I'm going through, what challenges, the good days, the bad days, that they all mean the same as long as I'm resting in Him and I'm content in Him, knowing that I will always have what I need and I will always have more than enough. Because I am above and not beneath. I am the head and not the tail. And that is not exclusive to just me. I really pray that these words resonate and that they pierce through to your soul. That they pierce through. That you would wake up realizing right now, in the name of Jesus, that you don't have to finish the way that you started. So this is what this means to me. Tend to what you have. Tend to your garden. Tend to your flowers. Tend to yourself. Tend to those around you. Tend to the people that God has called you to impact. Tend to your own self. No matter what that may be, whether it's healing, it's restoration, it's deliverance, it's freedom, tend to yourself. Take care of yourself. I'm not saying go be self-absorbed, but take care of yourself as well. Take care of your mind. Steward what God has placed in you, what God has given you. Steward already what you have and steward it well. Pray for wisdom. Pray for knowledge. Pray for understanding. Pray for strategies. Don't wait till you're dead to water the thing that God has called you to water. Don't wait till you're dead. And don't just do it with regular water, but do it with living water. Tend to the garden with living water. A well from a well that never runs dry. And watch how everything bears fruit. Don't wait till you're dead. You can't tend to it when you're dead. And everything will perish. Everything will wither and fall away. So this is what this means to me. It goes so much deeper than just some design. And I know sometimes even believers, they see a skull or something, they get scary. But I pray that this resonates with you and that you understand just what this means. There's something bigger. It's something bigger than just being on a shirt. This is a lifestyle. This is a belief. This is faith. This is trust. And the one who created me. And the one that created you. This ain't just some brand. I'm not trying to be on social media finessing other people and promoting something that I don't truly believe, or promoting a lifestyle that I don't truly live. I'm not trying to impress nobody. I'm not trying to fool nobody. I'm not trying to deceive nobody. This is what it is, man. So when you see the clothing, when you see what I'm doing, man, please know that it goes deeper. It's so much deeper. It's so much deeper. It's deeper than the music. It's deeper than the money. It's deeper than the gifts. It's deeper than all of it. It's so much deeper. Because when I die, I can't take this shirt with me. I wouldn't mind, but I can't take this shirt with me. Right? So, man, this is what this means to me. I pray that it resonates with you. I pray that you're encouraged by this video, by this message. Yeah, man. God bless y'all, man. Much love to everybody who watches this.